The Oscars were last Sunday, and the theme of the evening shifted from movies to racism to suicide, and then finally to gender inequality. When Patricia Arquette took home the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress. In her acceptance speech, she called for wage equality once and for all and equal rights for women in the United States of America. Which got me thinking about the inequality in the institution that gave her that Oscar. Throughout the ceremony, I was surprised to learn that not one woman was nominated in categories like Best Director or Best Screenplay. In fact, only 4 women have been nominated for the Oscar for Best Director in the 87-year history of the Academy Awards, and only 1 woman has won. Kathryn Bigelow for her movie The Hurt Locker. There's also the fact that only 8 women have won for Best Adapted Screenplay, and 8 have won for Best Original Screenplay as well. "77% of Academy Award voters are male, so that means that less than a quarter of Oscar voters are women. The issues about sexism also run deeper within the film industry, like with the wage gap between actors and actresses. The highest paid actor of 2014 was Robert Downey Jr., who made a whopping $75 million, while the highest paid actress was Sandra Bullock, who earned $51 million. Jennifer Lawrence came in second place with $34 million, still less than her American Hustle co-star Christian Bale, who was in 8th place among top paid actors, but still made $35 million. There's also the controversial lack of roles for women and lack of substance and story when there are women in a movie. The popularized Bechdel test, which has been used for decades as a criterion for equality in movies, has 3 criteria to determine if a movie is not sexist. 1, it has to have at least 2 women in it. 2, the women must talk to each other. And 3, the woman must talk about something other than men. Among the top 10 grossing films of 2014, only 6 out of the 10 passed. Of course, there have been great strides towards equality in film, with all female lead casts in movies like Bridesmaids, an increase in women directing top-grossing films like Ava DuVernay, and strong female characters like Hermione in Harry Potter. But we still have a long way to go. People may ask, why does sexism in movies matter? Why does the lack of characters who are women matter? Why does the balance between the sexes in film matter? It matters because, in the words of Oscar Wilde, life imitates art far more than art imitates life. Our social cues and constructs are in a way created by film. Film may transcend boundaries, but at times they also make those boundaries more prevalent. When we walk out of a movie, we gain a new perspective on events and people. So let's make those perspectives wider and more inclusive.